So if you need a list of places and locations for your GIS project, for example a list with the locations of all supermarkets in Glasgow, then the best thing to do is to see if the data exists somewhere as open data. Then hopefully somebody has carefully selected all the locations and double checked everything. However, if the data does not exist, we can take a bit of a shortcut and use Google Maps to try and make this data for ourselves. For example, we can just search for bike repair places in Google Maps, and we can get a nice list of all the bike repair places, and it probably covers most of them. We're not sure if it's got every bike repair place in Glasgow on there, but it seems like a pretty good place to start. However, there's no way of actually downloading this data or importing it directly into our GIS. So we need to manually go and look up the coordinates of every place, or copy the address and geocode that list of addresses. So that's still a lot of work. We can make it slightly easier if instead of using Google Maps we use Google Earth. And Google Earth is a very similar search function as Google Maps. It just gives the same result. So let's zoom into Glasgow. So there we go, Glasgow. And if we now use the search bar and we search for bike repair, and we search here, then we get again a very similar list of places. And the nice thing with Google Earth is that we can actually store this data right here. So here we can either copy it and store it to our places in Google Earth and then export it from there, or we can copy it directly to the clipboard as KML. So let's do that. Let's copy it directly. And now we'll need to open a copy of Notepad so we can paste this data in there. So we then paste it in here, and now we see the raw KML file. KML is just text data. It's an XML based file format. So it's perfectly fine to just copy and paste it into Notepad and then just save it as a KML file. Simply just by typing the name bike repair, and .kml. And normally Notepad will still try and make this a .txt file by adding .txt after the KML. But if you put the file name in between double quotes, it will now make it a KML file. We don't have to worry about it. So if we save this, we'll have a valid KML file, and we can just import this into ArcGIS or QGIS and use it for further processing.